This is Shannon Sig. She has a 2-year-old son, Grant, and we're going to do the MChat revised. If you point at something across the room, will Grant look at it and follow your point?
No.
How would he respond if you point at something?
He probably wouldn't acknowledge it.
Would he point to it?
No.
Would he look at the object?
Maybe if I put it directly in his line of sight.
Would he look and comment on the object?
No, he wouldn't comment on it.
Would he look if you say, look, and pointed at it? No.
No.
Have you ever wondered if Grant might be deaf?
That was one of the first things that we thought was maybe he didn't hear well, but his hearing was tested and it was fine. So, and I know he could hear because he used to respond to his name.
Does Grant play pretend or make believe? Like, would he pretend to drink from a cup or answer the telephone? No. Now I'm just going to give you a list of things, and you just tell me if he would or wouldn't do any of these things.
Okay.
You said he wouldn't drink from a cup. Would he eat from a toy spoon or fork?
No.
Would he pretend to talk on the telephone? No. Would he pretend to feed a doll or a stuffed animal?
No.
Would he push a car as if it were going on a road?
Not really.
Okay.
No.
Has he ever... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
He would line up the cars, but as far as using them for what they were for, no.
Okay. Would he ever pretend to be like a robot, an airplane, a ballerina, or any sort of character from TV or anything? No. Would he put a toy pot on a pretend stove? Would he stir imaginary food?
No.
Would he put an action figure or a doll into a car or truck and pretend that way? Would he pretend to vacuum the rug or sweep the floor?
No.
Or mow the lawn?
No.
Okay. Does he like climbing on things?
Yes.
What does he like to climb on?
Furniture, the bed, treadmill, pretty much anything he can climb.
Have you ever noticed him make unusual finger movements near
Yes.
his eyes? Yes?
Yes.
What do these movements look like?
I would say not so much near his eyes, but he will move his hands, put his fingers in weird, what would seem very uncomfortable to me. He will have, that position for quite a while. He does the same with his toes. He'll have his big toe up in the air
And
for
kind
a
of
long time.
look at it at a weird angle? Or
He does look at things at a weird angle, a lot. He will get down to look at something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would he point with one finger to ask for something or for help?
Occasionally, and he will. He doesn't use his actual pointer finger. It's more like
a reach?
Hey. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so if he reaches for it, then that is a yes. Is he interested in other children?
No, not really.
No. When you're on the playground or at the supermarket, does he respond to other children at all? No. Just kind of ignores them. So he wouldn't play or smile or watch other kids, really?
Not really.
Okay. Would he point with one finger to show you something that he thought was interesting?
No.
Would he, now I have to ask you specific ones, would he point to an airplane in the sky,
No.
a truck in the road,
No.
a bug on the ground,
No.
an animal in the yard?
No.
Okay. Does he show you things by bringing them to you or holding them up to you?
No.
Would he ever bring you a picture or a toy just to show you that he thought was neat?
No.
Would he bring you a drawing that he had done? Would he bring you a flower he had picked?
No.
Would he bring you a bug he found in the grass?
I don't think so.
No. Or what about a few blocks that he's put together?
No. He would put blocks together, but
He wouldn't
no,
show
wouldn't.
you?
No. There would be no desire to show me, to share it.
Okay. Would he respond when you call his name?
Not anymore.
Would he make any response at all? Maybe like lift his head or anything that you think might acknowledge that you called his name?
Not really, no.
Does it ever seem like he hears you but ignores you?
Every time.
Would he respond only if you were right in front of his face and calling his name?
Pretty much, yeah. But sometimes we have to take his face and turn it to us.
Okay. Would he respond if he were touched? Like just on the arm or tap him a little bit or anything?
Maybe.
Which do you think he does more often? Does he respond to his name more often or less often?
Less often.
Less, okay. When you smile at him, does he smile back at you?
Yeah, he does.
Does he get upset by everyday noises like the vacuum cleaner, laundry,
No.
anything like that? Does he walk?
Yes.
Does he look you in the eye when you're talking to him, playing with him, or dressing him?
Sometimes.
When does he look you in the eye?
It's just randomly. There's no specific action that draws that out of him. I mean, it just comes and goes. The eye contact comes and goes.
Will he make eye contact when he needs something?
Yes.
When you're playing with him?
Yeah.
When you're feeding him?
Yeah.
Great. Does he ever try to copy what you do? Like your grandma and grandpa's and you waved by, would he copy that and wave by too?
No.
Would he copy you if you stuck out your tongue?
Probably not. I don't think so.
What if you made a funny sound? Would he copy you?
No.
If you waved by?
No.
If you put your fingers to your lips and did shh?
Would he copy it?
Mhm.
No.
Would he copy you blowing a kiss?
No.
Would he copy you clapping your hands?
He does like to clap, so
Okay.
probably.
If you turn your head to look at something, will Grant look around to see what you're looking at?
No.
What does he do when you turn to look at something?
Nothing.
Would he ignore you?
Yes.
Would he look at your face?
Maybe. Probably not.
Would he look toward the thing you're looking at?
No.
Would he point toward the thing you're
No.
looking at?
No.
Would he look around to see what you're looking at?
Probably not.
Okay. So would you say less often than not he would
Yes,
look?
less
Okay.
often, yeah.
Does Grant try to get you to watch him if he's doing something?
No.
Would he say, look, or watch me?
No.
Would he babble or make a noise to get you to watch him?
No, he wouldn't have any interest in us watching him.
Would he look at you to get praise or a comment?
He does. Yeah, he likes to be. You can tell he responds to, "Oh, good job." He likes clapping.
Aw.
So, yeah.
Does Grant understand when you tell him to do something? Like if you were to say, Grant, go get your shoes,
No.
he wouldn't go get
No.
them?
There would be no response.
Would he understand if you gave him a clue? Like if you went, it was time to go and you went and grabbed his coat, would he pick that up and maybe go get his shoes?
No.
If you say, show me your shoe without pointing, making gestures, or giving hints, would he show you his shoe?
Probably not.
If you were to say, bring me the blanket, or ask for another object without pointing or making a gesture, would he do that?
No.
If you were to say, put the book in the chair or something similar, would he follow that without
No.
a gesture? Okay. If something new happens, will he look at your face to see how you react to the situation in order to gauge
No.
how he should?
No.
If he heard a stranger's scary noise, what would he do?
He would probably startle. I mean,
Okay. Would he look at you if someone new were to come up to you?
no.
Does he look at you when he's faced with something unfamiliar or scary?
He does look to us for comfort. Yeah. He's very lovey and affectionate. He does like to be loved, and he's pretty lovey back. But he doesn't. Do you just want yes or no?
That's okay. Yeah,
He
that was
doesn't.
great.
He. I don't know what I was gonna say.
That's okay.
Oh, he doesn't seem to have any. I don't know if it's any recognition or just doesn't care about emotion really. If he saw me cry, it would not.
He wouldn't come soothe you.
No, he wouldn't even acknowledge it.
Okay.
No, it would mean. I don't think it would mean anything to him.
Okay. Does Grant like movement activities, like being bounced, like on Dad's knee or swung in the air?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
loves that kind of stuff.
Great. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and score his MChat. It'll take me just a second here. Okay, so Grant has a total score of 9, indicating that he should have an evaluation, a diagnostic evaluation for autism. This is Shannon. She has a 4-year-old son named Grant, and we're going to do the Ages and Stages questionnaire, the social-emotional version. So I'm going to ask you some questions, and you can answer them. Yes, Grant does this most of the time. Grant does it sometimes, or oh, Grant really doesn't do that, rarely or never. And then also too, as we go through these, let me know if you think, oh, this is a really big concern of ours.
Okay.
Okay. So when you talk to Grant, will he look at you?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Does he cling to you more than you would expect a child of his age?
I don't. No, I would say rarely.
Rarely.
Affectionate, but he's not clingy.
Okay. I'm just writing that down. Does your child talk or play with adults that he knows well?
Yes.
When he's upset, can you get him to calm down within 15 minutes?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does he like to be hugged and cuddled?
Yes.
Do you ever think he seems a little too friendly with strangers? Or maybe doesn't have
No,
stranger danger?
I would say rarely. I mean, no, I don't. I'm not concerned about
Okay.
it. It's not.
Can he settle himself down after periods of like really exciting activity where he gets pretty like playground or recess?
Yeah.
He can calm down easily after that.
Yeah.
Does he cry, scream, or have tantrums for long periods of time? Is he interested in things around him like people, toys,
Yes.
food? Does he is he potty trained?
Yes.
Okay. He can stay dry during the day then?
Yes.
Okay. Does he have eating problems like overstuffing his mouth, vomiting, eating non-food items, or
Nothing like that. Just super picky.
picky?
Yes, but none of those other things.
Okay. Is he so picky that it's pretty hard to get him to eat like a
Yes.
snack at school?
Very, very picky.
Okay.
That's our biggest problem.
That's your concern?
Yes.
Okay. Do you and Grant and Dad, do you guys all enjoy mealtime together, or is that more stressful than it is enjoyable?
It's non-existent anymore. I mean, we just make him what he wants, and we eat.
You eat something different than
Yes.
him? Do you guys sit down at the table and eat together?
We do.
Yeah. Does that go pretty well, or is it,
Yeah.
yeah, he'll sit and
Yeah.
eat with you? Okay. So most of the time they're enjoyable then. Does he, when you ask him to do something, will he follow your direction?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Does Grant seem happy?
Yes. Very.
Does he sleep at least 8 hours in a 24-hour period?
Yes.
Does he ever seem more active than other kids his age?
I don't. No. You mean like overstimulated?
Yeah.
No. Like hyper?
Yeah.
No.
No. Does he use words to tell you what he wants and needs?
Mhm. Yes.
Can he stay with activities he enjoys for at least 10 minutes?
Or 10 hours sometimes. Yeah, he gets a little obsessive when it's something that he likes to do. He can spend
A long time.
a long time, yes.
And would these be like play activities, like puzzles?
Puzzles,
Okay.
yes.
Does he use words to describe his feelings and the feelings of others? Like, I'm happy,
Sometimes.
I'm sad. Okay. Can he move from one activity to the next with little difficulty?
Yes, he can now. Yeah, that's definitely something that they've made leaps and bounds with at preschool. So
Does he explore new places, such as if you were to go over to a friend's house, would he kind of explore and check it out?
yeah, he would make himself at home.
Does he do things over and over and can't stop, like rocking, hand flapping, spinning?
Not anymore.
Does he ever hurt himself on purpose, like bang his
No.
head?
No, not at all.
Does he follow rules?
Yeah. I would say most of the time. Yeah. His behavior's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he destroy or damage things on purpose?
No.
Does he stay away from dangerous things like fire, the hot stove?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Can he name a friend?
Yes.
Does he show concern for other people's feelings? Like if you were crying, would he come over and...
Yes.
Do other children like to play with Grant?
You do.
Does he like to play with other kids?
More so now, yes. Yeah, he does now.
Does he ever try to hurt other children, adults, or
No.
animals?
No, not at all.
This next question, it's pretty typical for a 4-year-old to know their body parts and their private parts, but do you think he shows an interest or knowledge of adult sexual language and activity?
No.
Has anyone expressed concerns about his behaviors?
No.
Do you have any concerns about his eating, sleeping, or toileting?
Eating, definitely. He's just, we're so limited on what he will eat. It's scary sometimes because he doesn't seem to be driven by hunger. There's not that, well, if we just don't give in, then he'll get hungry and he'll eat whatever. It doesn't work that way. He just doesn't eat.
Yeah.
So.
What does he eat?
Goldfish, macaroni and cheese. Has to be Easy Mac. Cheese pizza from Pizza Hut, thin crust. Has to be, can't slip anything else in on him. He wants to see the box and everything. Yogurt, very specific.
Will he eat any meat?
No.
No meat?
No.
What will he drink? Juice and milk?
Not milk, no. He will eat cereal and be okay with the milk, but he won't just drink milk. But he does drink apple juice, and he actually asks for water mostly.
Is there anything that worries you about Grant?
Just we worry about the eating, because I think that it's beyond, it's not just, oh, he's picky. It's, people don't understand how picky and limited he is. But behavior-wise, he's kind and sweet and would never hurt anybody or anything. It's just, he wouldn't even know how to respond if somebody tried to hurt him. I mean, it would just confuse him more than anything. He wouldn't know how to react. But I would say our main concern is just the eating.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you enjoy most about Grant?
I enjoy almost everything about Grant. He's so smart. He literally teaches us something every day. I mean, he knows planets and countries and presidents, and he just gets so fascinated with things and wants to learn every single thing he can about them. He's sweet and lovey, and he's so happy, and it's pretty amazing. I just wish he'd eat.
Okay, I'm gonna score this up. Okay, so Grant scored a 30 on the ASQSE, which is considered normal. The cutoff score is 70. So no concerns about Grant.
Good.